Hi everyone, I'm Jessica. I'm the creator of this channel. Today I'm going to bring you another healing success story. It's actually a cancer healing success story. This is Miss Jenny Kennedy that I'm going to introduce you to. She came up with a 6-step process to heal herself from cancer, and she's going to detail that 6-step process with you in this video. She also has a website where you can go and find out more about this process and more about her story. She's dedicating her time and her life to helping others heal. So please make sure that you click that link if it's something that you're interested in learning more about. If you have a success story that you would like to share on my channel, you can send me an email at thescienceofdeliberateCreation@gmail.com with success story in the subject line, and I'll get back to you as soon as I'm able to. I think I've said in previous videos I have tons and tons of emails coming to me. It's a lot of fun. I get to hear a lot of really amazing success stories. I'm going to share as many as I can on this channel in order to motivate and inspire others to manifest more of what they want from life, and in order to heal yourself if you have some type of medical condition that you're going through. So with all that said, here's Miss Jenny Kennedy, and I will talk to you guys soon.
Hello, I'm Jenny Kennedy, and I'm delighted to be with you today on Your Youniverse Channel. I've been invited to share my story of healing incurable cancer by following my intuition. During my journey back to wellness, I uncovered 6 steps to healing, which I'm going to share with you today. So it was in 2012 that I was sitting in the surgery of my doctor when she delivered those words: "I'm so sorry, you have incurable stage 3C ovarian cancer." That my body went into a total place of shock. It completely shut down. And over time, that shock wore into fear and terror. It stayed with me for approximately 10 days. And then on the 11th morning, I was woken really early just to a sense or a knowing that I was healed. The peace and the relief that overcame me was amazing. And this is where my healing journey began. I had stepped into that place of believing. And that is my first step to healing, to have hope and belief that you can heal. And from that place, the law of attraction kicks in and begins to attract what you're wanting to attract. So anyway, word got out, and a girlfriend came to visit me, and I was sitting there making her a cup of tea, and she said to me, "Do you know such and such?" And she mentioned a woman's name. I had no idea who she's talking about, so I said no. She said, "Well, she's just been diagnosed with what you've been diagnosed, but unfortunately, she died." And of course, immediately I felt my body step back into that place of fear, out of alignment once more. But she did me a big favour, my girlfriend, because I decided from that point on, I would only surround myself with people who believed I could heal. That is the second step to healing. Surround yourself with people who will encourage you and support you. So I had that belief, but how was I going to turn it into reality? So I decided to actually ask the tumour what it was wanting to tell me, why it had come here. So I went into meditation and was very surprised when I intuitively knew that my tumour was telling me, "Well, Jenny, you look good, you feel great," which I did, "but you're out of alignment with your soul. You're not listening to your soul, and because of that, the body is reacting and coming here to teach you something." So I got that. That was my third step. Become aware of your inner knowing. I had not been listening to my intuition. So the fourth step to healing, which I call led to the root cause, I invited my friend to come over and see me. And I asked if she'd sit with me, and we put out that intent that we would be led to the root cause. So once again, I went into meditation. And not long after I'd been in meditation, I saw this vision of why I'd created cancer. I was being punished and persecuted for something that I was not responsible for, that I had not done. And the penny dropped. In this lifetime, I had been emotionally, physically, and sexually abused. And I had an inherent belief that it was all my fault. I had lived my life believing that whenever something went wrong, it was my fault. It had done me a favour because it had allowed me to really develop my intuition so that I could read what was going on around me, to try and perceive what might go wrong, what might turn into a disaster. But it had also stopped me from living my life because I became a people pleaser, just doing what other people wanted. Of course, I developed ovarian cancer, hadn't I? Ovaries is where we create our life. I did not know how to create a life for me, for what I wanted. So that is the fourth step to healing, to be shown the root cause of what is creating this block in your life. And now, the next, which I call the dash, because I call it heal dash you. The dash is to surrender into any emotion, because that's where I got myself into trouble. I'd suppressed all the anger around what was happening to me into my ovaries, and I hadn't allowed that to be expressed. So from now on, any emotion that I felt in my body, because the body is the barometer to the soul, any emotion I felt, I gave it permission to be here. I also surrendered into any outcome. I would just do what I needed to do to give myself the best possible chance. So that is step number 5, is just to surrender into the dash. And the last step, which is the you in heal dash you, is to unleash your plan. So I began to fake it till I made it. Every day when I was physically able, I'd put on my wig, put on my makeup, even if it meant going back to bed. I would do qigong. I would watch funny movies. I would walk in nature when I was well enough. I would do yoga. I would surround myself with people who I felt good with, who would make me laugh. I ate healthily and I took supplements to support my body. So I'd put the cancer out to one side and I just got on the path of healing. And eventually the law of attraction kicked in and brought me back to that place of wellness. And was I delighted when my oncologist said to me, in my professional opinion, you are now free of cancer. However, the story did not stop then. It was about 2 years later, I went to see a new oncologist because my old one had retired. And the oncologist said to me, you need to have some blood tests. You haven't had them for ages. Well, I knew I was healed and I'd purposely chosen not to have any blood tests. I found going into a hospital environment quite traumatizing. But my oncologist didn't listen to my no, I didn't want blood tests, and said, no, you need to have them. And I said, no, I'm choosing not to have them. I know I'm healed and I'm okay without them. Then he picked up the prescription for me to take to the lab, filled it in, slammed it down on his desk and said, no, you need to have them. I was fuming. I stormed out of his office. I sat with that form for 2 days and then I thought, blow this. I'm going to go and show him. So off I went to the lab to have the tests. Then didn't think any more about it. 10 days later, my doctor rang me and said, has anyone given you your blood results? And I said, no. Oh, and there was silence. She said, your cancer markers have shot right up. Well, I knew exactly why they'd shot up. Once again, I'd suppressed my emotions. I'd allowed someone else to overstep my inner knowing. They wanted to start chemotherapy straight away, but I refused. I said, I'll be back in 3 months. So I went away and I did more emotional healing around allowing myself to let other people overstep my boundaries and not listen to my own intuition. And you guessed it, 3 months later, my cancer markers had dropped right back down. Of course, the medical people said to me, we have no idea how this happened. So I hope my story of healing has inspired you to know if you believe and follow your intuition, you are giving yourself the best possible chance. Thank you for listening. Bye.